The Automile showroom buzzes with energy as families, couples, and individuals wander between gleaming vehicles, each person drawn to a different vision of what the American car means today. The air is filled with anticipation, curiosity, and the hum of conversation as people weigh their options and imagine new possibilities for their daily lives. On one side of the floor, a Ford F-150 stands tall, an enduring icon of power, tradition, and American grit. A couple leans in, debating towing capacity and off-road features, clearly drawn by the truck's legacy and rugged reputation. For them, the F-150 isn't just a vehicle, it's a statement about strength, reliability, and a connection to the past. Nearby, a young family inspects a Toyota RAV4 hybrid, their focus on fuel efficiency, advanced safety features, and everyday practicality. Their decision is shaped by budget, environmental concerns, and the realities of commuting and school runs. For them, nostalgia takes a back seat to the promise of lower running costs and peace of mind. This split on the showroom floor mirrors a larger shift in American car buying habits where tradition meets innovation and practicality. The choice between a traditional pickup and a reliable Japanese SUV reflects diverging priorities: heritage and strength versus economy, technology, and forward-thinking design. It's a crossroads where old values meet new expectations. Sales associates move between groups, tailoring their pitches with care, knowing that the sale hinges on which values, legacy or innovation, resonate most with each customer. They listen closely, ready to highlight rugged durability or cutting-edge efficiency, depending on what matters most. It's not a conflict, but a healthy competition of ideas about what a car should represent in 2025. The debate is lively, with buyers weighing the emotional pull of tradition against the practical appeal of modern technology. Is a car still a symbol of freedom, adventure, and capability, or has it become a smart, efficient tool for navigating the demands of modern life? Increasingly, buyers are searching for vehicles that can offer both, blending the best of the past with the promise of the future. This vibrant showroom, with its diverse offerings and clientele, is more than just a place to buy a car. It's where the future of the American auto industry is being shaped, one conversation and one decision at a time. The choices made here ripple far beyond these walls, reaching boardrooms in Detroit and Tokyo, influencing design, production, and the very direction of the global car market. The American car market is evolving, one sale, one handshake, and one new set of keys at a time. Toyota, Nissan, and Honda didn't conquer America overnight. Their journey was a calculated, patient campaign that would ultimately reshape the nation's automotive landscape. It was a slow, strategic advance, marked by careful observation and adaptation to American tastes and needs. Early Japanese cars were dismissed as small and underpowered, mere curiosities among Detroit's gas guzzlers. Many Americans saw them as oddities, not serious contenders. But the oil crises of the 1970s changed everything, sending shockwaves through the industry and forcing drivers to rethink their priorities. Suddenly, fuel efficiency was king. The soaring price of gasoline made every mile count, and Americans began to look for alternatives to their beloved V8s. Americans, desperate for savings at the pump, turned to the reliable, efficient Toyota Corolla and Honda Civic. These cars offered not just savings but peace of mind during uncertain times. Japanese automakers had already mastered small, dependable cars, offering a solution Detroit couldn't match. Their engineering focused on longevity and practicality. Their reputation for quality grew. Stories spread of cars that ran for hundreds of thousands of miles with minimal maintenance. Word of mouth became a powerful marketing tool. Toyota's production system, focused on continuous improvement, set a new industry standard. The philosophy of Kaizen meant every detail was scrutinized and refined. As their lineup expanded to family sedans and eventually luxury and SUVs, Japanese brands became household names. They offered something for everyone, from first-time buyers to families and executives. They challenged European luxury and even entered the truck market, once Detroit's stronghold. Their innovation and reliability won over skeptics and enthusiasts alike. Their rise was no accident. It was built on strategy, quality, and relentless adaptation. Every setback was met with improvement, every success with further ambition. Today, their influence is everywhere, reshaping what Americans expect from their cars. Reliability, efficiency, and value are now the benchmarks for the entire industry. The Japanese playbook changed the rules of the road, leaving a legacy that continues to drive the American auto market forward. What truly sets these Japanese giants apart is their relentless focus on Kaizen, continuous improvement. This philosophy isn't just a slogan, it's a way of life embedded in every level of their organizations, from the factory floor to the boardroom. Instead of chasing risky revolutions or flashy trends, they perfect their products step by step, year after year. Every model is a result of countless small refinements, each one building on the last, creating vehicles that are more reliable and refined with every generation. On the factory floor, every worker has the authority to halt production to fix a defect, no matter how small. This empowers employees to take ownership of quality, ensuring that problems are addressed immediately, not passed down the line. Honda and Nissan follow similar principles, making every employee a guardian of quality. This shared responsibility creates a culture where excellence is everyone's job, not just management's. The result? Cars built to last, assembled with a level of precision and care you can actually feel when you drive them. It's why these brands have earned reputations for reliability worldwide. In technology, they lead with practical innovation. Toyota's Prius made hybrids mainstream, showing the world that eco-friendly cars could be accessible and dependable. Honda's engines are legendary for efficiency and durability, powering everything from motorcycles to family sedans with the same commitment to excellence. And Nissan's Leaf brought electric vehicles to the masses, proving that EVs could be practical for everyday drivers, not just early adopters. Their innovations are designed to solve real-world problems, improving safety, efficiency, and sustainability, rather than just chasing headlines or gimmicks. Their corporate culture is patient and long-term, investing heavily in research and planning for the future, not just the next quarter's profits. This mindset allows them to make bold bets on new technologies without losing sight of their core values. This stability lets them weather economic downturns and invest in next-generation tech like hydrogen fuel cells and solid-state batteries, keeping them at the forefront of automotive innovation. Their approach isn't flashy, but it's incredibly effective, ensuring they stay relevant and respected as the industry evolves and new challenges arise. The Japanese model is about steady, incremental progress, not sudden leaps. It's a philosophy that values patience, discipline, and a commitment to getting better every single day. That's why their cars and their companies endure, standing the test of time and earning the trust of millions around the globe. While the world races toward electric vehicles, Toyota, Honda, and Nissan have mastered the hybrid middle ground. They saw early that most buyers weren't ready to go fully electric. Hybrids offered a practical bridge. Toyota leads the pack, integrating hybrid tech across its lineup, making it a mainstream choice. Honda and Nissan followed with their own innovative systems, giving consumers more options. This dominance in hybrids gives them a strategic edge, profiting from today's market while funding tomorrow's EV and hydrogen research. They're not betting everything on one technology. Their pragmatic approach meets customers where they are, while preparing for what's next. The hybrid surge is no accident, it's a calculated move. That's why they're winning the present and positioning for the future. The competition from Toyota, Nissan, and Honda has been a win for American car buyers. Today's shoppers enjoy more choices than ever: fuel-efficient compacts, family SUVs, rugged trucks, and luxury sedans from around the world. This rivalry forced all automakers to improve quality and reliability, raising the bar industry-wide. Cars now last longer, run more efficiently, and cost less to own. Hybrid tech and efficient engines save Americans money at the pump and help the environment. Competition keeps prices in check and features robust. For buyers, it means more value, more features, and more negotiating power. The Japanese challenge made the whole market better. Japanese automakers aren't just importing cars, they're building them in America. Massive plants in states like Kentucky and Alabama employ hundreds of thousands, revitalizing local economies. These factories introduced new manufacturing philosophies, emphasizing teamwork and continuous improvement. Workers are trained in multiple skills and encouraged to suggest improvements, fostering ownership and collaboration. Most of these plants are non-union, creating a new dynamic in American auto labor. Wages and benefits are competitive, but the debate over union representation remains heated. The presence of Japanese factories has created jobs and forced all automakers to up their game. But it's also challenged the traditional power of unions, reshaping the American auto workforce. The rise of Japanese automakers has caught the eye of politicians, especially former President Trump. He argues that trade imbalances and vehicle imports from Japan hurt American companies and workers. Trump threatens tariffs on imported cars, aiming to make American-made vehicles more competitive. His stance is rooted in economic nationalism, protecting domestic jobs and manufacturing. Tariffs would raise prices on imports, potentially boosting Detroit automakers. But Japanese brands, even those building cars in the US, could face higher costs and supply chain disruptions. The threat of tariffs injects political uncertainty into an already shifting industry. The debate over trade policy is far from settled. Trump's message taps into deep anxieties in communities hit by factory closures and job losses. For many, the narrative of unfair foreign competition is powerful. Political rhetoric creates uncertainty. Automakers plan years ahead, but tariffs can upend those plans overnight. Companies like Toyota and Honda must decide whether to expand US production or wait out the political storm. Tariffs, while meant to protect jobs, often mean higher prices for consumers. Domestic automakers could also raise prices, making all cars more expensive. The global auto industry is deeply interconnected, parts and assembly cross borders. A simple tariff policy can have unintended consequences, even hurting American workers in global supply chains. Trump's stance forces everyone, companies, workers, and buyers, to confront this complexity. The future of the industry hangs in the balance. The American auto market stands at a crossroads, shaped by consumer demand, innovation, and political pressure. The rise of Toyota, Nissan, and Honda reflects a shift in what Americans want: reliability, efficiency, and smart technology. This competition has led to better, safer, and more efficient cars for all. The next frontier is the transition to electric and hydrogen vehicles. Japanese firms dominate hybrids, but the EV race is wide open. Tesla leads, and Detroit is investing billions to catch up. The long-term winners will be those who adapt their strengths to new technologies. Political uncertainty, like the threat of tariffs, adds volatility and may accelerate onshoring of production. Ultimately, consumer choices in showrooms will shape the industry's future. Whether it's American-made EVs or Japanese hybrids, the market will reward those who best meet drivers' evolving needs. The disruption signals a healthy, dynamic market, one that promises more innovation and choice for everyone.